Welcome to Unfiltered, the show that separates fact from fiction on the stories we all think we know. Today, with festive lights and carols everywhere, we're asking a fundamental question. Why do we really celebrate Christmas on December 25th?
It seems like an obvious question, you know?
Right.
It's Jesus' birthday, right? But if you actually go looking for that date in the Gospels, you won't find it. There's no mention of a month or a day. In fact, the detail about shepherds watching their flocks by night has led many to suggest a spring birth,
Yeah,
not a winter one.
that's right, and it goes deeper. For the first 2 centuries, Christians didn't celebrate Jesus' birth at all.
Really?
Yeah, influential church leaders like Origen of Alexandria openly mocked the Roman tradition of birth anniversaries,
Wow.
dismissing it as a, quote, pagan custom.
So if the Bible is silent and the first Christians were against it, how did we end up with our biggest holiday on December 25th?
Exactly.
This is where the popular story comes in, the one everyone's heard.
Ah, yes, suspect number one in our historical investigation, the pagans. The theory is that the church strategically placed Christmas on December 25th to hijack a popular Roman festival.
Okay.
The birthday of the unconquered sun, or Sol Invictus. The winter solstice was a huge celebration.
Right.
So the church just swapped the sun god for the Son of God.
It's a clean narrative, and it sounds exactly like something a savvy institution would do to grow its influence.
It does, doesn't it?
But on Unfiltered, we follow the evidence. So, Alex, how strong is the case against the pagans?
It's much weaker than you'd think. The primary evidence for this Sol Invictus festival on December 25th is incredibly late.
Oh?
It appears clearly in a Roman almanac from the year 354, but here's the twist.
Okay.
That exact same almanac also contains the first Roman mention of a feast for Jesus' birth on December 25th.
Wait, so they show up in the historical record at the same time?
Yes,
So, it's not like there was this ancient, beloved pagan festival that the church deliberately targeted. It's more of a chicken or egg scenario.
you got it.
You can't prove the pagan festival came first.
Exactly. Some modern historians even argue the reverse happened, that the pagan emperor Julian promoted Sol Invictus in the 360s as a response to the growing Christian celebration.
Wow.
So, we need to consider suspect number 2, a theory rooted not in paganism, but in ancient theology.
Okay, if it wasn't a marketing ploy, what was it?
It's this fascinating concept called the calculation hypothesis. It starts with an ancient Jewish idea that the lives of great prophets were, well, perfect and complete. So perfect, in fact, that they were believed to have been conceived on the exact same day they later died.
A perfect circle of life, from conception to death on the same calendar date.
Right.
That's a powerful symbolic idea. How does that connect to Jesus?
Well, early Christian theologians trying to map out a sacred timeline calculated the date of Jesus' crucifixion.
Okay.
And the most common date they arrived at in the Western world was March 25th.
And if they believed March 25th was the day he died, they also believed it was the day he was conceived. So if you just count forward 9 months...
You land precisely on December 25th.
Wow.
It had nothing to do with the winter solstice or pagan gods. It was an inward-facing, theological statement,
Okay.
calculated backwards from the day they believed he died.
That is mind-blowing, and it's so much more intricate than the simple stolen from the pagans story. Does this theory explain anything else?
It does. It even explains the other date for Christmas. In the eastern part of the Roman Empire, a different calculation set Jesus' death on April 6th.
Right.
Count 9 months forward from that date, and you get January 6th, which is still celebrated as Christmas by the Armenian Church today.
Incredible.
One theory beautifully explains both dates.
So the unfiltered truth is that the date for Christmas wasn't chosen to attract new converts,
Nope.
but was the result of early Christians just geeking out over theology and symbolic calendars. They wanted to declare that Jesus' birth and death were intrinsically linked as part of a single divine plan.
That's the evidence. The idea that Christmas is a repackaged pagan holiday is a compelling myth, but it's a myth nonetheless. The real story is a testament to how ancient thinkers saw the world, not as a series of random events, but as a web of deep, interconnected meaning.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. Does knowing the true symbolic origin of the date, that it's not a literal birthday but a theological calculation, change how you view the holiday of Christmas?